Let's look at more examples using Tweepy. Remember that .m file we referenced earlier? We are going to return to that for this part of the section. To access our .m file, we will be using the python-.m package that we installed previously. If you have not already installed that model, do so now with the following command. We can run pip install python.m, and again, since I already have it installed, we should see a requirement already satisfied, which we do. What .m does is read the key value pair from our .m file and then adds them to an environment variable. This is great for managing access tokens and keys. To use it, let's go to our Tweepy tests Python script and add the following. We're going to want to import os. We're going to want to from .env import load.env, and then we're going to want to load.env and call that there. Great. Now in our .m file, the export is optional prefix, but I use it. At this point, the parsed key value pair from the .m file is now present at a system environment variable and can conveniently be accessed via os.getenv. So what that means is we can access those variables by saying os.getenv, and we can get our API key. And what we want to do is actually save that into a variable with the same name. And then let's do this for our API secret. As well as our access token. And lastly, our access secret. Great. And keep in mind that since we have our .m file in our current directory, we do not need to specify any of its parents or from the past, so we can just do the os.getenv. And since we have these in the variables, we can now replace the previous text with our variables. So here we pass in our API key and our API secret, and then our access token and access secret. And since we're going to get those from the .m file and pulling those in, you'll notice here we no longer have any of the access tokens and keys, so no one would be able to steal that. So let's now piece together everything and use Tweepy to print a screen name and print how many followers they have. So again, let's actually first save this and run it really quickly. Make sure we don't run into any errors. Great, no errors. So now that we have our API object and we've authenticated Tweepy, we can get the username. So this will be the api.getUser, and we pass in the username we want, which let's just use my current Twitter handle, and we'll save this to user. And then what we want to do now is use helper methods like the screen name and the followers count on our user model. So here we can do the user screen name, which should print jman4190, as well as the user followers count, which should print how many followers I have. And then we want to print both of these. And if we save this and run it, we see we get my Twitter handle screen name and the 337 followers that I have. Okay, to further test our connection, let's have our new bot handle tweet hello world. To post a tweet on Twitter, we'll make use of the update status method of Tweepy. The update status method, similar to the get user, takes a status parameter where we will pass in our text string. If this works, then we should be good to go with Twitter and Tweepy. So let's remove this and instead write API update status. And again, it takes the parameter, the status parameter, which is where we'll want to say hello world. Okay, so let's save this and run it. and we don't hit any errors. And there you have it, our first tweet.